The ozone hole over Antarctica this year could be one of the smallest seen in 3 decades, say scientists. A recovery of the ozone layer to pre-1970 levels could be expected around 2060.
Here's a summary of the article.
CAMS, Copernicus, ECMWF. The ozone hole over Antarctica this year could be one of the smallest seen in 3 decades, say scientists. CAMS experts, who are based in Reading, UK, are projecting stable levels of ozone or a modest increase in the coming days. Ozone is a molecule that is composed of 3 oxygen atoms. The recovery of the ozone layer is dependent on climate change, as long-term cooling in the stratosphere can exacerbate ozone loss and delay the process. Also, the possibility of unauthorized emissions of ozone-depleting substances cannot be ruled out. In fact, emissions of the second most abundant chlorofluorocarbon were detected even last year, he said. It is very important to maintain international efforts for monitoring the recovery of the ozone layer over time and the annual ozone hole events. The 4 platforms all carry ozone sensors and routinely cross the pole. The WMO-sponsored 2018 scientific assessment of ozone depletion said a recovery of the ozone layer to pre-1970 levels could be expected around 2060.
This post received a score of 6,838, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Nice to hear some good news regarding our planet from time to time.
Proof that international efforts can work to solve global environmental issues.
The Montreal Protocol is widely considered the most successful environmental agreement ever enacted. It should be a symbol of what we can achieve if we work and act together. Still upsets me that they applied it to fucking asthma inhalers though, reducing their effectiveness drastically.
Hey, look at that. Proof that a concerted international effort to combat an environmental issue actually produces meaningful results. Imagine that.
You don't hear much about acid rain anymore, either.
Or lead poisoning. Did you know that taking lead out of petrol correlated with lower rates of violence? Reagan actually wanted relaxed restrictions on lead and asked the EPA to study how much the restrictions cost the U.S. economy. The EPA decided to do a more full-featured study that included the clear association between exposure to lead and a large drop in IQ. The cost of the lowered IQ was massive, so their study showed a massive cost savings from restricting lead use. Instead, lead was completely banned from paint and gas.
According to Dan Aykroyd, aliens did it.
Well, that's nice of them.
Proving once again that humans can not only cause a problem, they can come together and solve it by use of government and international coordination. Current polluters don't want you to know that environmental problems can be solved, and spend lots of money on confusion and learned helplessness.
A reminder, Republican President George H.W. Bush mocked Democrat Al Gore as "Ozone Man" for calling attention to the destruction of the ozone layer. Second reminder, right-wing radio personality Rush Limbaugh called the loss of the ozone layer a hoax. Third reminder, the Republican Party and the right wing are the most destructive, dangerous crime syndicate on the planet.
Rush Limbaugh, lying his ass off for the man since 1984.
So in theory this should help reduce the amount of people with skin cancer as less UV rays will get through?
Mostly in NZ and Australia, but yes, it's a factor.
Except, of course, if the overall temperature of the planet has risen more than a handful of degrees by then.
Back in 2009 when I talked about the ozone hole at school, everyone made fun of me, especially the teacher. Ignorant potatoes.
Greater than ignorant potatoes. I think I'm going to start using this insult in my daily life.
See, we can do it. We just need to get rid of the sociopathic classes. Get them out of power. Actually drain the swamp.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.